psychographic through Divaldo Franco. It's a beautiful book also with our sister Duska. And then on Sunday, we not only have the service here in the morning, but also we have the study of the book Workers of the Life Eternal, also with Divine Light Group from 6:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. every Sunday. Both of those are Divine Light. They are in a different link, which you can see at our website, bshcenter.org. And everybody's welcome to join us anytime, in any opportunity. All right, so let me introduce Tania. I know that everybody knows her already, but I want to just give the chance to those who are coming for the very first time, either on our YouTube or at BSH, to know a little bit more about her, our angel. Tania has been studying Spiritism for more than 10 years and is a member of Brazilian Spiritual Healing since 20... Oh, wait, I'm reading the wrong bio, sorry. I'm so sorry about that. Here. Tania is a natural-born medium from Brazil who has helped others with her spiritual gifts and mediumship since childhood. At 11 years old, she discovered her connection with the teachings of Christ through the study and teachings of the Catechism in the Catholic Church. When Tania was 26 years old, she was inspired by a book about Chico Xavier's life and decided to pursue the study of Spiritism at a local Spiritist center. So for more than 20 years, Tania has been spreading and teaching Spiritism with simplicity and love wherever she goes. Her goal is always the same, to elevate her own soul while helping others to become better servants of Christ. Tania is a founding member and vice president of Brazilian Spiritual Healing Center and co-founder of Brazilian Spiritual Healing. We are extremely happy to have her here, and today she will talk to us about guardian angels and protecting spirits. So, sister, God bless you, and this is your time.
Thank you all. Thank you. And with all my imperfections and tribulations in life, I would not be here without the mentors, the spiritual guardians, and the spiritual friends or family that have been surrounding me, helping me in this to progress in this life. So talking about spiritual guardian angels or guardian angels at the Gospel According to Spiritism, Allan Kardec found a way to help us to understand what is the spiritual guardians, who is around us. And in the Spiritist book, we will learn a little more, because how can we learn a little bit about our guardian angels, our spiritual friends, if you do not know about a little bit about God, about the Spirit, and who we are? So I will share with you my PowerPoint that I did preparing for this day. Let me go over here. And slide from the beginning. Can everybody see? Can everybody hear me clear too? Because I now have my microphone.
No, it's perfect.
Yeah, okay. So guardian angels and protective spirits. For us to learn about the guardian angels, we must learn about God. What is God? In the spiritual book prepared by Allan Kardec, God is the supreme intelligence, the first cause of all things. So he is the supreme intelligence of the whole universe. God is eternal. God is immutable. God is immaterial. God is unique. God is all-powerful. God is supremely just and good. God, the ultimate model of love and charity. God, the creator and author of all things. So God is our Father. He is the higher being in the whole universes. And he is the creator of all things. And in the next chapter of the spirituals book, on the question 23, they ask about what is the spirit? We are all spiritual beings. So, but what we are? What is the spirit? So the spirit is the intelligent principle of the universe. How can we define spirits? We can say that spirits are the intelligence beings of creation. They populate the universe beyond and material world. Can spirits see everything we do? They can, because you are constantly surrounded by them. Can spirit know our most secret thoughts? They frequently know about that which you would like to conceal from yourselves. Neither actions nor thoughts can be hidden from them. This is very important for us to understand, because we have to understand that we are spiritual beings, that we are living the material world right now. Our spirit, through the studying of the spirituals book, we will learn more details from God, from the beginning of the creation of this world, and from the spirit. Where is the matters, the fluids, cosmic, universal, that we are made to move in, because each planet have its fluids, universal fluid. So each planet depends on the evolution of the planets. They will offer us a material, fluid, that universal fluid that will make our clothes to us to get in that dimension, world, that planet, and move in as a spiritual being. So God is light. So we are light that comes from God. So the light, how the spirit was made? Now, the spirit was made simple and ignorant. So we were made, created by God with simplicity, very simple, but very ignorant. That is the way we will come into the world to develop our intelligence. It's through the development of our moral and intelligence that will be evolved to the high worlds. So right now, we will see the different spirits. We have here the different orders and hierarchy of spirits. So we have the first order, the second order, and the third order, according to the spirit book, question 100. And then we will see the first order is from who habitate the first order, the perfect spirits. What is the perfect spirit? Is those who has going through all the evolution, their progress to reach perfection. And then the second order is the good spirits. Who are the good spirits? And as you go to the spirituals book, we will see the different orders and classes. I don't want to talk about it to us to study about this and this speech, because that is not important right now, but we can in the future bring more details about this, or you can go and to study this, to read and study the spiritual book yourself. So the good spirits are spirits in different classes, because in different evolutions, through many, many, many lives to reach to be called good spirit. We are in the between the imperfect and good spirit, or we are on the top, on the lower top of the classes of the good spirit. Depend on what you feel yourself is doing right now. How do you classify yourself? A good person or a bad person? Because we have to understand good and we have to understand bad. So the bad is without practicing their intelligence. And the imperfect spirit is those who still really, really on the darkness. And the good is already in the dawn, already in the middle of the light, waiting for the sunrise. So there is a 5 classes for the good spirits. And the imperfect spirits, as I said, the imperfect spirit is those who is still in darkness, in their ignorances, and those who do not want to see the light, and is against all good, because they do not know good, so they do not know better how the light is. Imagine yourself as a blind person. Can a blind person describe light? So if he is blind in the darkness, he cannot just describe light. He can develop the sense to touch, to smell, and to taste, even to feel around. But he cannot see. So he cannot describe the light. We will see here the classification of the spirit. The spirit said in the hierarchy, we have a ladder that we will go step by step until we reach perfection. And everyone will reach perfection one day. And then someone will be questioned, but Jesus didn't say perfect is only God and good is only God. Don't call me good, because good is only my Father is the only who is good. But it's in different level of perfections. It's different levels, classes of goodness, and it's different classes of imperfection. So in the ladder here, we will visualize the top is have to be our goal, must be our goal. What we are doing here, what the next step, what is the next life, what I need to learn in my next life, what I'm doing right now, what a level of the ladder I am now, what I can do to be better. We will see that Kardec, the Spirit told Kardec that we can reach perfection easily too. And we will ask about the angels, and he said, is some spirit made good and other evil? And he said, no, you're questioning your God. And he even said, well, how dare you are to question God? Because God would not make one good and one bad. He made all equal, simple and ignorant. But some grows fast, evolve fast. Others like to be on the darkness. They love the things They like to live that life, and they will remain in that life as long as they want, because God gave us the free will, and the free will is respected by every being in the universe, because God gave us the free will. So we will remain in the classes that we want. We will move fastly or we move slowly. It depends on us and our will to search perfection, to search the goodness, and to want to see the light, to live in the light and move in the light. So in the Spiritual book, question 114, the question is, I'm sorry, are spirits good or evil by nature, or do they advance through their own efforts? Spirit advance, I cannot read over there. I have something in front of me that I cannot read. Can you see, Kiki, please?
Yes, I can do. Are spirits good or evil by nature, or do they advance through their own efforts? Spirits advance by themselves, and as they advance, they go from a lower to a higher order.
So it depends on us, it's individual. It is not, it does not need to have, like I have Jesus on my side, or if someone causing something that damage my image, my moral, or my name, it is accept to God to forgive them. So what we do, we always, we have the good spirit around us, guiding us and helping us to progress, as we are going to see. And about what are we doing to progress? We say it's accept to God. No, it's accept to us. It's accept to us to forgive, to forget, and it's accept to us to move forward, to understand the level that you are right now. It is our responsibility to understand who is still not search the light, who is still do not want to see the light, who want to stay in their ignorance. So as God loves us all as we are, we have to follow God. We have to forgive. We have to forget, and we have to move on. Because, my beloved brothers and sisters, you have no idea how many millions of souls have lost the opportunity to progress because the hateness of one another. And that hateness, or the bad that you cause to other, will hold you for a long, long time as you want to move forward. God is very patient, Father. He will give us all the time that we need to move forward. So are spirit good or evil by nature? Or they advance through their own efforts? So it depends on us. And we have the will, and we have the intelligence within us, as we are made ignorant and simple, but we are come from God. And the intelligence, you have to search, you have to study, you have to read, you have to go to school. No, you will not have a diploma, graduation, if you do not study, if you do not make effort to deserve your graduation. So life is almost the same. We cannot call our children to think as an adult without that children do not know the path of adulthood. Can we? We cannot. So here we will see who are the protecting spirit. So to protecting is very important here to understand protection. The mother is a good protector to their child. The father is a good protector to their child. A teacher had to be a good teacher for the children, and so on and so on. So a good, who are the protecting spirits? Their name is not important because it is not known on earth. Some are called guardian angels and others are called good spirits. So remember, the good spirit and the angels, archangels, Elohims, masters are those who are in the top of the ladder. According to the spirituals book, all of those who reach perfection are called angels, archangels, cherubims, seraphims, masters, logos, because they reach perfection. And the good spirit are in the second class because they reach that class to be good, to be called good spirits, guardian spirits. So asking the spiritual mentors about the classification of the hierarchy of the spirit, he says an angel or a higher elevate soul, they will not only come to guard you only, but they will be responsible for your whole family. Maybe for the whole, not just for mother, father, and siblings, but to the whole family, from your great grandmother to your children, and so on and so on. So that guardian angel, that spirit in a higher evolution, they will be guarding, guiding this family. So this spirit in a high evolution, they cannot be on our own side 24 hours a day. But they will send, as we evolved, we have the desire to serve. As more we evolve, more desire to be in service, to be a good servant of Almighty Father. We want. We want to serve. So those spirits that will say, we could also call under the name of the superior spirit with whom we feel a special sympathy. Apart from these guardian angels, who are always superior spirit, we have others spirit protectors. I always remember our dear sister Sonia. She calls upon the protection of San Antonio, of San Anthony. So that is why they said here, you can call whatever name you want to give to them. You can call Jesus, you can call Jesus. You can call them Saint Germain, you can call them Saint Germain, and so on and so on. So for them, that is no important what they are called. Então, apart from these guardian angels, who are always superior spirit, we have others protectors. So here, as we have here Jesus, and he's the most perfect that we have been come to earth that we know about. And I'm sure from after 2,000 years, after the coming of the Christ to manifest on physical life, I'm sure so many other perfect, he was the way to so many perfect spirits that have graduated through him, because he said, I am the path and the truth to come to my Father, to come to search the higher degree of evolution on the earth. So we will see here a mother who had deceased from the earth, protecting her son. So a mother who are connected, this make a lot of sense because mothers, fathers, someone who really loves you, can be from this lifetime, can be from other times. They will be always on our side. Is a spirit who have dedicated their life to help us to grow, to evolve, and they have evolved a little more than us to be able to be a teacher. Remember, who has not going to college to graduate to be a teacher, they cannot go to school here on earth and just say, I want to teach without a degree. It is impossible. So the good spirits, the spirit around us, the spirit of family, and the spirit of protectors, they will be around us in a level a little higher than us because they already comprehend what we are going through and will be able to guide us, to inspire us in our moments of sorrows and joy. So under here we see a youth, a young guy who is desperate, going from some sorrow, some problem, do not know what the way to go. As we see a path here, what to do, what I go now. So we see a spiritual mentor guiding him, putting in his mind good thoughts, motivating him to not stop, to continue, to stand up and go, to stand up and walk, and go through the path that he is looking for, to not give up. And on the other side here, we have a wife who has departed from earth before her loved husband, and while she is still on his side, asking God, so if I deserve, could you please help me to continue with my lovely husband, to help him until he complete his mission, his evolution, or his goal on the physical life. So as a medium, I have been seeing and talk to many spirits. Sometimes I go to people's houses, and I will see a protective spirit around them. And all that, we see a familiar spirit around them. So as I asked them, why is you here? And they asked me, I had the blessings of God to continue helping them as they need. Until they need, I will be around them. And it's so many. It's not one, not two, not three. For all my journey right now, I have been talking to so many spirits and asking them the question, because in my point of view, I want to go, I want to evolve, I want to move forward to a better world. And but I really, as a mother, as you are mother and fathers, or daughter or son, and it will be so hard for us to be attached to our loved ones, and we just move forward to a happy world, to a better world, and don't think about them anymore. So I don't believe that we will be not reaching that evolution yet. As we see today, I heard other day in the radio, someone was interviewing an actress, and someone said, oh, so you believe in life after death? And her answer said, I don't want to believe. I know that exists, but I don't want to believe. Because if I believe, I have to reincarnate, and I don't want to reincarnate again. So unfortunately, she will face the life after death, because there is no death. We just move from one dimension to another and leave behind the old clothes that does not serve the spirit. And and she will have the desire one time to come back to the physical body again. It is everything okay? Are you understanding? Okay. So in the next chapter here, we will see how they protect us. Again, I have, let's see, Kiki, I don't know how to take the pictures of you guys from in front of me.
I can read for you if you want.
Can you please?
Yes. So, how they protect us. From the moment of birth, everyone has a good spirit linked to them who constantly protects them. At our side, the spirit carries out their mission, similar to a father and his child, which is that of the conducting us along the path to goodness and progress throughout the various tests of life. Our good spirit feels happy when we respond to his solicitude and suffers when sees us succumbing. This is the Gospel according to Spiritism, chapter 28 and 11.
28 and verse, I think 11.
Item 11.
Yeah, thank you, Kiki. So, how they protect us. So they will be around us, among us, helping us, as I said before. And they will be inspiring us. They will help us through intuition. And how do you feel them? How do we know they are good? How do we know they are not good? Because remember, back there in the beginning, we classified the spirits. We have imperfect spirit who does not like anything good, and they still want to be in the ignorance and darkness. And we have the good spirits and the perfect spirits. So how do we recognize them? That is why we say, oh, I'm not a medium, to feel them, all of us, as Kardec classified, we are mediums, all of us, without exception. We all feel something that will be wrong. We will feel the phone will be, someone is contacting us by phone, and we already see their image in our minds from a face. Or we think about the person and talk about the person and they just show up. So that is natural from our spirit and from our soul. So we will know, we will start to feel in our mediumship teachings, through the teaching of Allan Kardec in the mediumship book, we will learn how to develop our mediumship, because we are all natural mediums. So we will learn in the medium's book just how to develop the gift and the mediumship that we have within ourselves. How to develop the feelings, the intuitions, the clairaudience, the clairvoyance, and the mental communication with the spirit. All of us are influenced. All of us are influenced from the spirit. All of us, without exception, good or bad. That is for sure. When we have inclination to do only bad things, we'll be surrounded by the people who does the same things. For example, if we use drugs that is very bad to ourselves, I'm talking about heavy drugs and drinking, alcohol, and things that is not good for our soul, for ourselves. In everything that is in excessiveness is prejudicial to our soul. So we'll be attracting a group of people and a group of spirits who influence us to continue to do so. But our good spirits, and the protected one who has signed to be with us before birth, they will continue on our side, waiting patiently for us to recall or to pray and ask for help. And they will be immediately on our side again, protecting us, guiding us, influencing us to get out the wrongly things that we are doing, to move forward in the new path. So they always will be there around us, but they will never force us. The good spirit will never force us to do good, because we cannot do something that we do not know yet. That makes sense? How can I do good if I do not know goodness? So they will be motivating us, searching for people around us. They will influence people around us to guide us, to advise us, and to help us to hold our hands and to move forward. But they will never force us. But the imperfect spirits will be imposing their presence. They will imposing their desires. They will imposing their minds and thoughts in our minds until you will be doing what they want from us. So we will not be, because our immorality, the good spirit will be allowed then to be with us until we have the strong force to not to fight from against the bad ideas, the bad doing, but until we find the will of power inside of us to do something good for ourselves. So when, in the moment we have this lighting sight out of ourselves, they will leave us. They will not continue. You know why? Because they don't want to evolve. They don't want to be in the light. They don't want to do good yet. But one day they will. God is patiently Father. He will give all the times that we need to move forward into the light. So our good spirit feels happy when we respond to his solicitude and suffers when we see us succumbing. Because before birth, we have, if I'm not wrong, is the Missionaries of the Light. We have the story there when I believe Adelino was preparing to be reincarnated again. So they was bringing, he want to come to earth again and ask to protection, to guidance, and to help him in the new school. Like he was going to the primary school again with a new parents, in a new name, in a new opportunity. So here we were asking for some spiritual friends to come with him, to guide him in this new goal of reincarnation. So we sign a document with them and we prepare everything. What you want to do, how you want to do it, what the help that you need. So they were putting out in this contract, and they will sign together. And the mentors, with the mentors and friends of the family group, will be cut together, and they will help to organize the individual reincarnations by the protection of a higher beings and a higher angels and our Lord Jesus Christ. So a time in my life, I've been 18, I believe 18 years ago, I was doing something that was deviate my spiritual path. And I have this very vivid dream meeting on the astral life with the spiritual mentors. I have this round big table with many spirits. And in the head of the spirit, there was Dr. Bezerra de Menezes. And other was the mentors or spiritual friends and that are from other lives, because I did not recognize them from this lifetime. So it was very clear in this round table meeting, they have a contract in their hands. And they showed me the contract. I read again. I remember reading all the words again, because Dr. Bezerra de Menezes said, we will be patient and waiting for you to read everything again. Because we promised to you, when you deviate your road that you have signed for, we promise to you, we will remind you the contract that you have signed with us. So they signed to help me. And I wake up very consciously. And Dr. Bezerra was very clear. Something happened because your karma, something happened is ready to manifest. If you choose your path that is not signed, we will be praying for you. But if you keep your contract and the road that you sign with us, we will be with you until the end of this incarnation, until you complete your goal, until the last breath in this physical body. So I wake up consciously with everything like now, and I bend my knees and prayed from my heart with all my sincerity. And I said, thank you, Lord, for allowing these spiritual angels and friends to clarify my mind and to help me to go back to my path. From now on, I promise to you, nothing will take me from my road. Whatever whatever to be happen with me, I will be in my path. So 3 months later, I have a car accident. I broke my back and my life changed forever. And I still today think, if I had been rebelled against that dream or ignored that, think it was just a dream, that was not truth, I would be in a wheelchair today. And maybe, knowing myself, I will continue doing good in the road, even in a wheelchair. But I could prevent that, to not need a wheelchair. So I broke my back badly. The doctor said I had 2% of walk again in this lifetime after surgeries. And they said, it's impossible for you to walk again. And Dr. Bezerra came that night, and he did the amazing surgery that I ever have seen today. And in the next morning, after my surgery, and 5 days out, just make a long story short, 5 days after my surgery, I walked through my legs from the hospital. And the doctor said, even if you've been in a wheelchair, even if you go back to walk, you will be in a wheelchair for 1 year. And that night, Dr. Bezerra came, tell the doctors that you be walk on your legs when you leave the hospital. And I told the doctors, and I'm here today. So this is true. The spirit is their promise to you. They will keep their promise until the end. And they will be, like they said, our good spirit feels happy when we respond to his solicitude, and they suffer when he sees us succumbing. And they do. They suffer. They suffer, but they do not leave our side. As God, no, as more closer to God we get, more like God we will be, because we have to resemble our image to God. So everything that God teach us, we will be manifesting in our lives and the life of others. So here we'll see, can you read, please?
Sure. So, spirits sympathetic and seductive. So, the first box. We have other spirits protectors who, although slightly less elevated, are just good and generous. These are the spirits of friends or relatives or even people we have not known in our present life. They help us with their advice and quite often intervene in the happening of our life.
So this is what we're talking already, and they will be among us, around us, helping us to grow. Even you see this poor man, he having a horrible probation, to have to work very hard in the physical life, to maybe to provide for his family, to provide for himself. But we will see there a good spirit, or could be a father, could be someone, it even could be in life, in physical life, will be motivating him to do good, to continue, go. Even the beat is so hard, but in the top, remember, at the end, in the top of this the mountain, in the top of the ladder, there is a wonderful world waiting for us. So they are among us, they are around us. They're let we open our hearts. Let we learn how to listen to them, how to know the differences of their inspiration to us. Leon Denis, in the book Life and Destiny, he said, intuition is often but one form employed by inhabitants of the invisible worlds to transmit their instructions. Sometimes they are the revelations of the subconscious mind to the normal consciousness. In the first case, we should regard them as inspiration. Through mediumship, the spirit impresses its ideas on the mind of the transmitter, who furnishes the language according to the degree of the mental development. Each medium gives the imprint of his own personality to the inspiration received from above. The more intellectual and cultural the medium, the more faithfully are transmitted the higher and pure communications. So it serves to all of us to educate ourselves, We was born simple and ignorant, and so depend on us the will to educate ourselves, to understand about the spiritual life, to understand about God, to understand about the spirit, who we are. Next, please.
The seductive spirit endeavors to I'll start again. The seductive spirit endeavors to turn us away from our path of goodness by suggesting bad thoughts to us. They take advantage of all of our weaknesses, as if they were so many open doors that give them access to our soul. Some of them hold on to us as if we were their prey, but they withdraw when they recognize themselves impotent to fight against our will.
And again, it depends on us. It depends on us to keep moving toward the light, toward the truth, toward to do good and only goodness. So it depends on us in our perseverance, in our discipline of our moral transformation. Only us can point finger to our defect. Only ourselves can judge ourselves, because no one beside God can know ourselves as we do. The Spirit knows us. They are around us. They understand us. They be around to know our thoughts. They know everything, as we saw in the beginning. So they know our thoughts. They know what we are preparing to do, what we are planning to do. But if you keep in the perseverances and doing good, and no matter what happens, no one will take me from my path. I will go through it humbly, in lovely and determination. We have to remind ourselves that we are never, never alone from the protections of the good spirits. They will be always among us, around us, motivating us. It depends on our will. So here we will continue, and again, I cannot move what there. Can you read for me again, please? Sorry.
Sure, no, you're good. So, due to imperfections, man is the cause of all the miseries that afflict him, and he is in most cases his own bad genius.
Remember, the bad and the good will be among us. Is according to what you give to them. You offer them thoughts, they will get inside your mind, and until they manipulate you and control your mind. And sometimes what is sad to see is so many mediums, they will take that so inconsequently, and they will follow every communication, inspiration, ideas, the Spirit input into their minds, like they are, they do not care to search if that is a good spirit behind the thoughts, behind the actions, the influences. Who is there? Who is there? I will tell you, my beloved brothers and sisters, every thought, because Allan Kardec said that we can negate 3 truths, then we accept 1 lies. One, how do I say that?
Two truths and a lie.
Yeah. So because we have to investigate, we have to question, is that truth? Is that come from me? Who is there? Who is giving me this information? Is that a good information? How can I know there is a good information or bad information? Because remember, even the imperfect spirit, they have their kind of intelligence on their imperfections. They know and learn how to manipulate us. So it's very important for us to ask, is that from me? Is that from a good spirit? Or I am being influenced by a negative one? Because we will know. We will know by our moral. Would I have done this before? Would I be able to do this now? Why am I doing this? I still saying, my best teacher is driving. When I drive, something happens, it will show to me where is the ladder step that I am. And many times, I'm not lying to you, I feel embarrassed myself. I feel embarrassed. I feel so embarrassed with the spirit of mentors and helpers. And I say, oh my God, don't give up on me. I will get better. I will get better. And then I would do my exercise. I would do my education, study more. And then 3, 4, 5 months pass, and then I'm again. So I will feel good with myself when I will be able to I will not care for the behaviors of others influencing me. I will be good to myself when I see, okay, I move to the other line, I let them pass, I let them go, and I did not have anger, or I'm not mad. I just, okay, go. If you're fast, you want to go, you go. Even those who are wrong, and if you give them a space, they will go. We watched a movie recently called Men of God. I will recommend everybody. It is in Prime, Amazon Prime, called Men of God. It's a story of a saint. And from the beginning to the end of the movie, it is so touchy to your soul. It is so touched that he teaches us through his evolution on that lesson life, how he could be so disciplined to do good, to forgive others, and to not complain and not putting faults in anybody else. What a movie. It called Men of God. In Netflix have some there, but it's not, it is from a priest who turned angel, saint. I believe he reached his perfection in a higher class of a good spirit. Or that we will see, in, like the spiritual book say there, the spirit say, you can go to the imperfection to perfection fast. It depends on us. The evil spirit seek us voluntarily as long as they can, dominate us by reason of our weaknesses or our negligence in following the inspirations of the good spirits. So we can understand that it is we ourselves who attract them. It's nobody's fault. It is our own moral fault. It is our fault. The next one, can you read? It's blocking there, please. Sorry.
And sister, just a quick time check. It's 11:10.
Okay.
A prayer to guardian angels and protecting spirits should have as its objective the solicitation of their intercession with God, to ask for strength to resist evil suggestions, and to ask for help in all of our life's contingencies.
That's what we say, Tania. So how can we do what we can do? How can we go through it? Is with prayer. Is only through prayer to know this great connection with God and to be holding the hands of our Lord Jesus Christ tight to our hand, to be close to his teachings, or the teachers of these great ones. Is so many great ones in many religions. They come and to be a great example, helping us to grow up to the top of our evolution, to the top of the beautiful ladder of evolution. And here we will say, I'm finished, okay? Again, I cannot move it. So can you read
I
it?
can read for you, sister. Yeah. How they protect and guide us. From the moment of birth, at our side during lifetime on the earth, on our trials and
Yes.
tests. Okay, I was like taste.
Sorry.
No, good. On our trials and tests, preparing for our physical death, and at dimensional worlds.
So it is just a review. How do we do? And even in death, You see, from the before death and the born and until death, we have them on our sides. Throughout the life, we have their guidance, their support, and to support us. They will not give up on us. And they will be, you see, even in the end of the life or during the trials, they will be there helping and guiding us. And even through life, the physical life, they will take our soul to a beautiful place where we can evaluate again and then come back, reincarnate again to continue with a hope and joy that we can continue growing in our evolution. No matter how long it takes, the most important is that we take with us the goal of doing good, the goal to be perfect. And here we will do the prayers because it's only, sorry, it's only with prayers we will do the best that we can do. Prayers is the most beautiful thing in life. Be constantly in prayers. In all conditions of life, in joy and sorrow, we should think of God. We always need to pray. Each one of you is preparing to become a citizen of the kingdom of God. For each you should have the correct attitude towards God, towards your own soul, and towards your neighbors. But you cannot establish this correct attitude until you have a main idea within yourself. You should concentrate all of your force on one goal, to develop the divine in yourself and to give it precedence over the human. Value the divine within yourselves, your mind, your heart, your soul, and your spirit. Learn to love your soul, and you will be of help to yourselves. The more you believe in your own eternal forces and possibilities, the more rapidly you will develop, you will evolve, you will progress. From Master Peter Junov. And at the end of the gospel, we have the prayers for the guardian angels. So if I advise you to have the gospel, to read it every day. And in the end, in the chapter 28, we have the collections of prayers. Prayers for the enemies, prayer for the moment of illness, prayer for whom are sick, prayer for whom is being born, prayer for the spirit of the imperfect spirits, prayer for our devices. So go to the spiritual book, go to the medium's book, go to the Gospel According to Spiritism. I promise to you, these 3 books can change your life and can help you to progress. And pray with your heart, pray with your soul. Learn how to talk to God from your heart, because it's not about words. It is about what you really feel from your heart, talking to God. My dear Father, talk with reverence, talk with respect, talk with love. Ask God, please, Heavenly Father, bless me with the intelligence. Bless me with wisdom. Bless me with spirit of love. Bless me with spirit of light so I can enlighten my soul, so I can shine and be out of service to help your will and to manifest your will on earth. So thank you, my beloved brothers and sisters, for your patience. And that is a little bit about the protective spirits. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sister. You want me to read this part?
Yeah.
God of love, God of light, I entreat you, send me an angel to teach me how to do the smallest good, to teach me how to make the smallest act of love, to teach me the smallest knowledge, to teach me how to give people the smallest freedom, and how to show the smallest mercy. Amen. Peter Dionov.
Amen. Thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Wow, sister, that was so beautiful. So beautiful. Just quickly, a comment that I wanted to make to you, to one of the things that you were saying, how important it is that we work on our will, because all of those who are surrounding us, they are also imperfect, just as we are, some more, some less. But one of the things that you said is no one can do something they don't know. And if we think about them, as you mentioned, not fighting against, but to embracing them and teaching them the good, we will not only repel those suffering spirits to stay with us, but also we will be sharing with them or showing to them a good that they might not have been exposed in the past. So I think it's beautiful because very often we listen, let's fight against the enemy spirits, and they are not. They are just ignorant spirits, just like us, some more, some less. And if we help them to get exposed to doing the good, they will know that there is a better feeling rather than the one that they are just use it and they are accommodated to be on the evil and doing that. So I thought that was very powerful.
Thank you. And I remember one time my son was going through a very, very hard probations and difficulties, being very attached, uh, possessed by negative entities and his own immorality. And what happened is, I remember just praying against the imperfect spirit. So the mentor came to me and said, "You're doing wrong. You need to change the way you treat them. More you attack and confront them, more they will do bad." So I said, how do I change it? And the spirit mentor said, "Love them." And they said, "Love them as a mother, not as a brother or sister. Love them as a mother. Love them. The same care you have for your son, love them. They are children of God who needs motherhood, who needs a good mother to love them. So love them." And I will tell you, my beloved brothers and sisters, that moment was so important for our lives, our life change in our family, because I start to love them, and that disturbed them. Some left, like this we saw before, but some stood, and they are reincarnated today. So we never never lose to be good.
Loved it, Tanya. That was absolutely beautiful. It's always good to know where your spirit guides are and your mentors, but it also gave me an opportunity to reflect on one of the things that you mentioned was not losing the opportunity. But as we are constantly looking at fighting our materialistic mental goings ons. And so we become, it's easy to be materialistic because we like fashion, cars and houses but the emotional part of it is how we think people actually see us. And to me, that can be a real huge lie, because most people, when they close their door, you're not their thought. They're not even thinking about you. Mm-hmm. So it's important to me to focus on what I need to do in here. Clean up my own personal act about how I feel about material things. And so that's what that put me in the mindset of. And I wish my son had been here today. Oh my God, I wish he'd came in.
It's
Because
recorded.
It's recorded, exactly.
I was going to ask Kiki to send it to me so I can send it. Please watch it. I'll give you $100 if you watch it.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'll test him to see whether or not he watched it, because it is really, really beautiful. I loved it, Tanya. Oh my God.
Thank you, sister. It is important for us to always, we want to get out of our responsibilities of our moral transformation. And so that is why our mind is always judging and criticize others, because that take our attention from ourselves.
Right.
So that you say that exactly, we have to concentrate, focus in our goal, in our spiritual goal, in our progress. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sister. All right, everyone. So if anyone has any questions or comments, I will suggest you reach out to Tania so then we can keep the service and still try to do things on time. But Tania, my sister, thank you so much again. Once more, this was beautiful. I'm going to share the link with all of you in just a minute, as soon as we close. And let us just take 2 minutes break, or like 1 minute break, so then we can come back and do our healing service.